calling we people as rebels, that is totally wrong. Because we are the only people who have come out to the truth as per the requirements of law, as per the chart of duties, as per the not only moral conviction, as per the legal requirements. It was statutory duty of all of us to bring out that thing. That's first point. Secondly, you asked about my role. My role is I was posted as additional DGP in charge of the State Intelligence Branch on 9th April 2002. At that time, the major raids were almost over and the sporadic incidents were taking place. So I noticed that the branch people also reported that, sir, we are not reporting anything to higher formations. Something which is incriminating to the interest of the government, interest of BJP, interest of the Sangh Parivar. Even though from the field we are getting reports. I said that it is totally an illegal thing. It is not only immoral, it is illegal. We are like the higher level body who are expected to collate the information coming from Surat, Bhavanagar, Surendnagar, Jamnagar, etc., etc. Unless we have got a information which can counter the information flowing from ground, we have no right to stop it. No, that is the policy we are following because it will annoy the Modi's interest, it will annoy the BJP interest. That was a very pathetic situation. 100%. Because this was the verbal instructions. Because most of these people who are going against the interest of the Constitution, letter, spirit, and ethos of the Constitution, they have to manage through verbal instructions. They have to give a goodbye to the concept of transparency, which is one of the foundations of any democracy. Then soon, within 3-4 days, I reported that Sangh Parivar is planning this action in such and such area, etc., etc. These are all not secret. This I appended in my first affidavit, running into 177 pages. Yes. Then major report about the continuing violence in Ahmedabad city, bringing out the fact that the minorities are fast losing their faith in the criminal justice system because FIRs were not registered properly. When they come out with their complaints, the inspectors volunteer and they become complainant on the ground that they were available on the spot. Then deliberately reduce the intensity of the complicity or violence committed by the Hindu goons against the Muslims. So this was a very pathetic situation. I have written that unless this is corrected, I have suggested almost 16 corrective measures in reporting about the actual situation. Things cannot be improved. Government did nothing on this. So I followed it by another report on 15/6/2002, then on 20th/8/2002, then on 28th August 2002. Meanwhile, Election Commission called a meeting. A full Election Commission came here and called a meeting of statutorily important officers. I was a statutorily important officer as additional DGP. Then it was on 9th August 2002. Graphically I remember. I had made a presentation with facts and figures and documents and records that the presentation made by the government is totally false. So actually on 16th August 2002, Selection Commission issued an order postponing the election, largely basing on my own report, which they observed that this is our assessment also. Mr. Sreekumar's report is totally in conformity with the appraisal of the situation by us. My actual role was the constitutional role. It was as per the specific rules in the Gujarat Police Manual, which says that on communal matters, this should be the reporting pattern. So that's why so far, they did not give me any charge of perjury. Had I reported falsity, they would have given me a report of charge of perjury or registered a FIR against me. Even if by mistake I spell my father's name in an affidavit is an oath, that I can get a perjury charge. Your father's name is like as per these pension records. You have said that this is, instead of Nair, you say Pillai, then say that it is not Pillai. Perjury charge can be given. So that means it's all truth. They have to admit it. On the basis of perhaps my reports, since no action was taken, Supreme Court was forced to observe in August 2004 that when people were killed like animals in Gujarat streets, the bureaucracy was acting like modern heroes. This is Supreme Court observation, which is much more than what I have written. So this is, then I have given a first affidavit. Second affidavit was regarding the CM's role, which they directed that we should file, those who filed first affidavit should file at that appropriate time. Second affidavit was required because the terms of reference regarding CM also was issued by the Gujarat government in July 2004 only. So as per those orders, I filed my second affidavit. Practically no officer has filed second affidavit because it is touching Mr. Modi. This is the fear complex, Modi phobia prevailing. Modi phobia had been created by Mr. Narendra Modi, Honorable Chief Minister, through many methods. I can explain it. Then that also came out so much of incriminating thing. Then before filing that affidavit, I was summoned by the Home Secretary and I was threatened that you don't file anything which is adversely affecting the government. Then you will face the consequences. Ignoring that, I filed the affidavits. I attended a cross-examination on 31st August 2004 and gave out more details, 4 more important documents, 4 or 5. No. So this led to my supersession in February 2005, which I fought and won up to High Court. That was one part of my agonizing story, and I did not take it as an agony. Then I would have developed stress, etc. I said that I'm a part of in terms of Indian culture, police duty is a Kshatriya duty. Kshatriya, bad meaning of Kshatriya is Shata Trayate iti Kshatriya. Stop others being hurt. Shata means hurt. By interposing between the attacker and the victim. That is the duty of a policeman or Kshatriya. So and then you will get injured. Injury in a battle is normal. Among the people who had suffered the most, without any mode of self-theology, I am the first man in the leading list. Next comes Rahul Sharma. Rahul Sharma had taken effective action to contain riots in Bhavnagar, despite the verbal orders to go slow on rioters or ignore the rioting. That is why even now you can see the record, the number of deaths in Bhavnagar district, thanks to his efforts, is much less than the other districts where the population is less, communal sensitive areas are less, and everything is on a lesser scale. Now it is purely again the whole issue is handed over to SIT. SIT had taken a line. I doubt SIT will change it. And SIT will collect and send such evidence only, even though Supreme Court said that entire evidence should be sent to the magistrate. And it is impossible for any brilliant magistrate also, or the session judge also, to go through, sift through, analyze the big bundle of evidence. So this is a very, very slow death. Like Jain philosophy believes in death by slow starvation. This is my apprehension. So far, you judge the SIT's record. From the arrest they have made, from the hierarchy, they found fault with only an inspector. That inspector who worked under me, he came, sir, I have been... So this is a very pathetic situation. And my feeling as a student of history, when I was teaching history, and as a person with 36 years experience, that unless you make the seniors accountable, particularly political leadership, for these riots, this will be unrolling of, I repeat, this will be unrolling of red carpet to the rioters in the future.